Hi everyone. I've been mucking around with the bee mechanics in Pam's Harvestcraft recently, and I came up with this neat little design. Uh, Extremely simple, it's just one wide for the majority of it. I just thought I'd run through how to make it, and how everything is fully automated. So, when you're first starting these apiary farms, you want to get queen bees. Just bog standard queen bees. You get them from hives. They appear bloody everywhere. And once you put the queen bees in an apiary, which you create with item frames, you get these free drops. You get the grubs, you get the wax, and you get the honey. Bog standard stuff. Once the queen has used up its durability, it will die, quote unquote, and it will just be left in. Let me show you. It'll be left in the bottom slot here. So that can be wondering, can you move stuff in and out of those slots? Turns out you can. Wow, crazy. But basically, this system relies on you putting bees in. You only need like a couple bees. It really doesn't matter. See, these ones all have different durability. This one's about to die. But as soon as the items are produced, they get sucked at the bottom. And they get put into a sorting system. Really simple sorting system. It's literally just servos with whatever type you want. So when the queen bee dies, she gets sucked into here. She gets put into this autocrafter, and autocrafters create royal jelly. Now royal jelly is really useful because once those grubs are produced, they go into there. They come down here, they go into this autocrafter, which has the raw jelly and the grubs. So when the queen bee dies, she becomes raw jelly, she gets put in here, and she creates a new queen bee. And then she gets cycled back into the system. There's a similar thing with the wax and the honey. They get sorted in, they get put in the presser even. Wax becomes pressed wax, and pressed wax there's a lot of this here. Gets sucked out and put into this furnace array, and it can be used as fuel. So you just put your fuel in here, it gets cycled through, and voila. When the items are done, they get sucked out the bottom, much like with the apiaries. Put into the chest. Bob's your uncle. You've got a fully automated, infinite smelting system, and then the honey creates pressed wax as well, and honey. What we're interested in is primarily the pressed wax, because it all goes back into the furnace array and it's incredibly useful having infinite smelting. But what we do with the honey, this chest is not enough. This is just to show how the system works. You need way more storage. So the honey will, what I've got linked up to, it comes through here. There's a little barley field with a farmer station. This is all very high tech. You don't need to sink that many resources in. Just have maybe a villager farming sort of thing. So that all you want is it to create bread. And then cutting boards, infinite usage, so you don't have to worry about having to restock it. Bread and honey put together makes a really good food source in honey bread. I've got a fair bit in there just from leaving this AFK. This system is just a proof of concept, just to show you can make it with the cheaper pipes and you can make it in a smaller array, etc, etc. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just going to go through something real quick, just a technicality. With apiaries, see this one's finished, so you see the queen bee will go to the bottom side. With apiaries, I've seen in the forums, nobody really has addressed this, but only the 2 blocks outwards actually register for the apiary. So if I was to add a third layer of dirt, such as up here, a third layer of dirt with flowers on it, that would not affect the increased rate. It only increases the rate of item spawning within the 2 block radius. Just a nice little tidbit. But yeah, that's about it. I've labelled it so you can see what you are supposed to do. This is all really simple. You just put servos on all of these. To stop them from linking, you want to get a crescent hammer. Just so I'll show you. What? Just so you can unlink them like that. Because otherwise, items will go everywhere and everything's scuffed. This is what you're gonna need for the design. Obviously, you're gonna need more chests if you're planning on doing significant storage. Servos are probably the most expensive aspect to this, and the pipes, you can make cheap pipes. I'm using item ducts because I'm using Tekxit. Yeah, you need a couple mechanical crafters, couple presses, however many furnaces you want. You could triple, double, quadruple, pentuple that array. It really doesn't matter. Apiaries, I'm using 15 just because I'm lazy. You could, if you wanted to go crazy, you could make them like hundreds of apiaries. Have a massive system. I feel like this system with 15 apiaries and the 7 furnaces is more than enough for my needs currently. It like wildly outproduces my usage of it, so I'm always stuck with bucket loads of wax, which can be turned into alright looking blocks. So can the honey, but the honey's a bit weirder. I'll show you. Yeah, honey blocks. I mean, they're not bad. It's just I'm not really sure where I'd use them in crafting. But yeah, like just start with a couple queen bees. You can make this sort of stuff relatively early in your world, like before you get into the Tekxit aspects. That's what I would do. I would create one of these. I'd be like, bish bash bosh, sort it out. Then maybe funnel some wax into a generator just to have that as like a source rather than using up coal or what have you. 48 dandelions, 48 grass blocks. You don't need to use dandelions, you can use any flowers, it really doesn't matter. Just as long as you have 48 to surround this little system. Yeah, really simple, like really basic system. I haven't seen it anywhere else though, so I thought, hey, I'll just make a very poor video explaining it. But yeah, completely renewable. You will never have any issues with this. They're completely reliable. You'll almost always have 64 pressed wax ready to be smelting stuff. So yeah, that's about it. It's pretty decent. Also, I mean, with the honey, if you're not going to be using it for food, because that is a bit of a pain in the ass to make that little system, you might as well just have it leading to a dispenser which is on a permanent tick. You can see like Wattles has made a video on how to make a permanent dispenser. So as soon as items goes in the dispenser, it's instantly shot back out. You could do that just into a block of lava, just to declog the system as it were. But I don't know. This system's already completely clogged, so it might be worth making a system which counteracts overflow. So it fills up a certain way, and then a comparator is like, hold on a second, there's too much stuff here, and then starts dumping all of this. Because really, like, you don't need you don't need this much wax unless you have like an industrial smelter. It started to rain, so I'm just gonna end the video there rather than continue to ramble. Thanks for watching. Really simple system. It takes me about an hour to build once I get the pieces. That's just because servers are a bit finicky, and putting the pipes down is a bit. Ooh. But yeah. All right. See you later.